Yeah, obviously my wife, my family, and I was born here in Tonga. I had 3 brothers and 2 sisters, and we got a big family. And I was a baby, and I guess my mom and dad didn't have a good job, but they've always had food on the table and everything. And us kids will never get hungry. They take us to the best school here in Tonga, and it looks like we're like millionaires, but really it was the hard work of my mom and dad, and that's why we survived and up till now. And I guess as a young kid, if you didn't have a parents, you'd be struggling here in Tonga. And I'm blessed that I was in a very good family, and my brothers and sisters and my family as well. And my mom's side was a big rugby, the big sports side, and none of them made it professionally, and I reckon none of them made it to the goal or the dreams they wanted to be. And 2 of my older brothers didn't make it as well. And for myself, I wanted to give back to my family, because especially my mom and dad, because they've done a lot for myself. I was born here in Tonga. I grew up here for 18 years until I moved out from home, and that was a big thing. And when I moved away, that was in my head. Is a little door opening for me to help out my parents and give back to them. And I know it will never be good enough for what they've done to us kids, but just to help them and just give back to my family. And I guess that was my main goal in my life, is try to give back to my family, and just try to give back to mom and dad. So yeah. Hard work here in Tonga is very different to over in Australia. Australia there's like the stuff they use, the environment, the field, the balls, and everything they have, the equipment they have. It's professional. It's at a level of professional. And here in Tonga we struggle to have that. But and all the scouts are all over in Australia, and it's easy for a little kid to get picked by a scout. But here in Tonga, there's like once or twice a year they come over here, and then in my head I've always wanted to play to the best I can, and hopefully one day I'll get picked. And I always wanted to play overseas and to make it professional when I was a kid. I think as a young age it was still like a funny thing, because I knew my brothers were still playing, but at the age of 15, I guess that's when I really wanted to be a professional rugby player, and especially because at that age 2 of my brothers were striving, and I see them playing for Tongan team. They travel around the world just to get picked for Tonga, and hopefully they get opportunity overseas. But at the age of 15, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to play professional rugby, and yeah. Still listening to my parents, still taking advice from my parents and my brothers and sisters. And I've always had friends, not saying bad things about my friends. I'm still close to them up till now, but I was the only person who didn't smoke, drink, or done anything apart. I was really close to my friends. Pretty much all my friends have done smoking, drinking, and everything, and still doing what they wanted. And I've always been around them, but I've never in my life have tried smoking or drinking and everything like that. And I guess and from now I'm having a look back, and I guess if I chose that way as well, I reckon I won't be as well I am now. And I guess that was one big thing that I chose right in my life, to not get into at a young age, because I know it will be a habit when you grow up, and it will be hard to change. And I guess that's what that was the biggest sacrifice I reckon I made.
Awesome.
Yeah, at the age of 17 going 18, that's when I moved from Tonga to New Zealand, and I went to Auckland. At the start, I was excited to, like, the little door of the opportunity for me to go there, but at the same time, it was the first time I was away from mum and dad. I'll be away from the family for a long time, so I wasn't sure about that, but I knew the opportunity was there, so I still took it and went over to New Zealand with my dad, and I was happy that my dad came along with me, because my dad can speak fluent English, and myself wasn't too sure. But I wasn't a really shy boy. I didn't really care what other people think of me speaking English. I could understand, but I wasn't. Probably the first year I went there, having a conversation with someone else in English was really hard. So I just take everything inside, and I guess I was a lot bigger than every kid in New Zealand. I was 17, turning 18, and I was in class with like 16-year-old kids, and they were really smart, but they were mocking me. But I guess I knew the reason why I went there. And like I said before, I was at an age of 15 that I knew what I wanted to do, and I was kind of like focusing on that. And then, yeah, I guess I was just trying to brush everything that was coming my way, the little tests and everything, and I was still listening to my parents as well, and listening to their advice and advice of the coaches and staff at the school. So I reckon that's one of the big things I haven't mentioned is I never stopped learning from anyone. Even up to this stage, I will never stop learning. I will never be good enough to not learn from anyone. So I guess this, yeah. I reckon there's, if you have a goal and dream, there's no stopping to it but yourself. Just work hard for it, like I said before. Be humble with yourself as well, and just work hard. Don't worry about what everyone says. You know the people you get your advice from, mum and dad, brothers and sisters, teachers, and good friends. Just take their good advice, and like I said before, there's no stopping. The only reason why you don't make it because of yourself, doubting yourself, or listening to other people that you don't care about, or do they care about you. So I guess there's one thing I said, like I can tell you kids, that if you have a dream or goal, just go for it. The only stopping there is yourself. So just go and learn, go out there and learn, and as much as you can, and then hopefully you get your dream. So yeah.
Thanks once again, Connie. Really appreciate it. The smiling assassin, that's really the face of the comedian NRL. But coming from Tonga, thank you once again for allowing me to ask you a few questions, and most importantly, just to give back to especially every Tonga male in Tonga.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tonga.
Yeah.